watching the biggest business awards on the continent. This is the second annual All Africa Business Leader Awards. I'm Samantha Loring, and tonight we're coming to you from Vodaworld in Midrand. Throughout the proceedings tonight, CNBC Africa is going to be recognizing and celebrating the creme of the continent's business world. Following the success of the inaugural event held last year, the founders have decided to extend the event to Africa's regions. Now, we started off with the West Africa Business Leader Awards in Nigeria, moved on to East Africa in Kenya, and then Southern Africa was held in Cape Town. And of course, it all culminates here tonight at the finale in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, the award winners at the regional events have all proceeded through as finalists of tonight's AABLA event. But of course, before we hear from our business leaders, it's time to hear from the people involved in the process. Why did you decide to extend it to the region?
Last year at the inaugural All Africa Business Leaders Awards, we announced that we were going to be taking this into the regions. We believe that it's important to get the buy-in from the local communities local business communities in East Africa, West Africa and Southern Africa, which will culminate in the All Africa Business Leaders Awards. So this year that's what we did. We held them regionally, and we've had a huge response to to the nomination process, and we held these awards successfully. And tonight I'm very happy to say that we've got representation from across the continent, which actually proves that this is the All Africa Business Leaders Awards.
So was there a lot of debate around the table as to who should win? I mean, how heated does the debate get?
I think in certain categories the debate is a lot more heated, especially in terms of the actual business leader. And in terms of lifetime achievement, it's done per region. We just select a winner per region. And that's a slight change for the previous year. Because we have an All Africa Lifetime Achievement awardee, we had to then put the winners of each 3 regions into the pool. And of the 3 life achievement, let's call it winners, we had to decide on a winner overall for the All Africa Award. But we also look at the fact that it needs to be an individual who's very innovative, someone that's a pioneer. And I think ultimately those factors put together gives us the actual sense of who the right winner is. But in the process also, we have to interview the finalists. And I think that's the ultimate, let's call it benchmark, when we go and see the company and we actually know what they're actually doing on the ground, which actually contributes to us making the right decisions.
Well, it's been a one-year process in evaluating the nominations, and our panel of judges used characteristics like financial performance, leadership, and social impact to assess the finalists. So, of course, it's time now to find out who our panel of judges thought came out on top.
Tonight sees the culmination of a year-long process to identify Africa's biggest and brightest names in business. Speaking of big names, I see Mr. Moses Khosana of KPMG is amongst us. Good evening to you. Dr. Ernest Azudialo Obujezi, who's President and CEO of the Nest Oil Group, welcome, as we pay tribute tonight to the leaders who have changed Africa's business landscape.
Right. And then we'll get back to why we have all gathered here tonight. The All Africa Business Leaders Awards serve as a platform to celebrate those leaders who are creating a culture of entrepreneurship on the continent, developing best business practices, and of course carving out powerful and sustainable models for economic growth.
Now, these awards launched right here in Gauteng last year, and it's since made its way to the cities of Nairobi, Kenya, Lagos, Nigeria, and Cape Town. And back in the Gauteng province this evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on stage our guest of honor for this evening, MEC Nkosipendule Kolesile, to deliver this year's keynote address.
Welcome to the beautiful province of Gauteng. And let me express my sincere gratitude for the invitation to form part of this prestigious occasion. These awards fulfill a vital need in our continent, which is a need to honor and recognize business leaders who are making a difference in their respective countries, industries, companies, and communities through innovation. These awards are also important in light of the need to cultivate and nurture an entrepreneurial mindset in our continent. Let me also congratulate all the winners and finalists who will be announced during the course of this evening. And I sincerely hope that you will grab the challenge to change Africa's fortune and the fate of her children with zealous hands. And I thank you.
Well, in 2004, our next speaker visited South Africa for the first time. And 3 years on, through sheer determination and his vision to highlight the business and investment potential of what many dubbed the dark continent at that point, it all culminated in the launch of CNBC Africa, the very first Pan-African business news channel. As the man at the helm of the ABN 360 Group, he's also been integral in the establishment and continued growth of this evening's awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Vice Chairman and founder of the ABN 360 Group, Mr. Rakesh Whiten.
As you've seen in the film before this, CNBC Africa completed 5 years in June this year. This is a major milestone in the history of our rapidly growing company. Over the last 5 years, the network has interviewed more than 5,000 CEOs and captains of industry and evaluated the performance of companies across Africa. This unique position affords us the opportunity to assess the underlying reasons why some companies do better than others, even though they all operate under similar conditions. And this event today is to recognize the achievement of those companies. I come from a country that has problems that are larger than the cumulative issues across the African continent. Despite all the impediments caused by an overpopulated democracy, widening economic gap, and self-serving political interests, India has managed to carve a place as one of the most rapidly growing economies in the world. The credit for this goes to our dynamic business community and captains of industry. This is testament that the key to success is responsible corporate leadership. In almost all countries that I have traveled to in Africa, there is a distinct sense of c'est-la-vie that corporate leaders feel about governance, political instability, and lack of consistency. Africa is evolving, and transparency is rapidly changing governance on the continent. Should there be cause, in time, policymakers will be called to answer for their actions, and media will play its part here. That I can assure you. Industry, however, must progress on its path to build sustainable organizations that create long-term value for its citizens. Corporate leaders must take responsibility to succeed despite problems faced and continue to act with courage and do what they believe is right despite the consequences. To tackle challenges, we all need to define our own mantras and take actions that will make a difference on the development of this continent. Over the last 5 years at the ABN Group, we have developed our own mantras. And this is perhaps something that the MEC has already talked about. But the first issue is that of indigenization. We must remember that long-term sustainability is only possible if man, material, and capital are available locally. In the context of our business, we did not have the skills, technology, or experience to set up a state-of-the-art television network on the continent. Rather than hire expatriates, we trained Africans in all aspects of the business. And I'm proud to say that 100% of our staff are Africans. To each and every one of you who've made time to share this important evening with us today, thank you for being here. Thank you.
Now, CNBC Africa would also like to pay tribute to the arts industry. This award is presented to a company, organization, or individual who has consistently supported the growth of art as a valuable contributor to Africa's identity and artistic culture. Let's find out who qualified in this category as a finalist.
The finalists in the CNBC Africa Leadership in the Arts category are AABLA. Established in 1985, the AABLA L'Atelier competition is regarded as one of South Africa's most prestigious art competitions, offering young emerging artists the opportunity to receive recognition for their work and develop their talents abroad. FNB, launched in 2008, the FNB Joburg Art Fair offers both art lovers and artists themselves a platform to showcase and buy and sell art under one roof. The fair also fulfills an educational role for scholars and those interested in becoming more art literate. Rand Merchant Bank. Since its inception in 1998, the R&B Starlight Classics have brought audiences around South Africa an evening of Afro symphonic musical entertainment.
And to announce the winner of the CNBC Africa Leadership in Arts Award, we'd like to call onto the stage Sam Bembe, Managing Executive at Nedbank Africa.
Rand Merchant Bank is the winner, and Veliswa will be coming forth to accept the award on behalf of R&B.
Sesitele skhathi ngizama ukungaphela manje thandaza ubusuku bonke nephimbo lakho likhule enhlizweni yami ngize ngalinda esithi isikhathi uthatha isandla sami nginothando nginenzondo angiqonde ngulangazela yona akirobal akihem hobani musamamele hakibui hakinane uriketse shwa I've been looking for something to guide me. Destiny, even though we tried, I can't deny. If I let you go, I betray my soul. I know that this is something more.
We're heading into a short break now, but when we come back, more from our African business leaders.